What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to Wednesday evening's Anfield Agenda News Roundup. Today, we're going to be asking, is Mohammed Kudus really about to depart West Ham? Dean Huijsen had some complimentary words to say about the Reds, and I'm going to take you through them. And have we just seen an indication that Anthony Gordon could well depart Newcastle this summer? And will Liverpool be interested? That and lots more to come over the next few minutes. We won't be live tonight with a late night agenda because, like everybody else in the world, we're going to be sitting back watching that Real Madrid Arsenal game. But we will have a news video coming out about 9 or 10 p.m. tonight. Until then, I have a lot to get through, so let's get cracking. Right, a little bit here from Dominic Szoboszlai about his relationship with Mohamed Salah and what it's like to play alongside the great man. He said, "We are really close to each other. Actually, it's hard to explain how it feels to play alongside him. 2 years ago, I was playing in Leipzig in the Bundesliga, and now I play in the best team in the world." So you can see what it means there to Dominic Szoboszlai to play for Liverpool and, of course, to play alongside the great man Mo. Right, Trent Alexander-Arnold has returned to Liverpool training. Don't know if he's going to be available in the near future, but he has started to do some work out there at the AXA Training Centre. So, himself and Darwin Núñez were pictured today in training photos. So, at least that's a little bit of good news for Arne Slot. But I'm still going to say what I've said all the way through the last few weeks. Conor Bradley should be starting at right back for me between now and the end of the season. But it is still good news for the manager that Trent Alexander-Arnold and Darwin Núñez are fit enough to start taking part in training. It remains to be seen when Trent will be back available for team selection on the pitch. With Darwin, well, it shouldn't be too long, should it? If it's just an illness, he should be available for the weekend. Mohammed Kudus. Lots of Liverpool fans have been asking about the Reds. Well, potential interest in him. I don't think there's value in the price tag, and I don't think I'm alone in saying that, but it does look as if he could be about to depart West Ham this summer. A report from TBR Football said Mohammed Kudus is open to a move to Saudi Arabia, and West Ham are willing to sell the forward for around his £80 million release clause. Now, a lot of players are seemingly getting tempted over to Saudi Arabia. We've seen it previously. John Duran, another one. But I have to say, as much as it would be sad to see Kudus depart the Premier League, I have to say I wouldn't be happy if Liverpool went out and spent £80 million on him. I don't think he's an £80 million player. Do think he's brilliant. Do think he has a lot of talent. But again, I don't think we have an £80 million hole in our squad that needs to be filled by Mo Kudus. But I'd love to know your thoughts on this one, because I know a lot of you guys watching are big fans of Mohammed Kudus. For me, I would be a buyer maybe at 50 to 60, but I still stand over what I say. I don't know if we have a Mohammed Kudus-shaped hole in our squad as of right now. So let's wait and see if he does head to Saudi Arabia, or if maybe he does stay in the Premier League at West Ham. Now, Champions League final this season. Obviously, we're not going to have any part to play in it, but somebody who will have a part to play in it is Linkin Park. And yes, you did hear me right. I was talking about Linkin Park, the band from America. This official post said the UEFA Champions League final will have a pre-match show. American rock band Linkin Park will be performing for it, and it is at the Allianz Arena in Munich this season, the Champions League final. Obviously, we know Paris Saint-Germain booked their place in the semis last night. Barcelona on the other side have their place booked as well. So now it's tonight to see whether it be Bayern Munich or Inter on Barca's side, or Real Madrid or Arsenal on PSG's side. Let's get into a bit from Lewis Steele now around Mohamed Salah. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about the Anthony Gordon part. We'll be on to that in a second, as well as the comments from Dean Huijsen. This piece here from Lewis Steele said that Real Madrid were absolutely interested in signing Mohamed Salah should he have been available on a Bosman. As it was, they were never given any encouragement that Mohamed Salah wanted to leave. And of course, we all know that Mo wanted to stay and has signed a new deal at Liverpool. So suck on that one, Real Madrid, and hopefully we can say that similarly to them about Alexis McAllister, because they're not getting their hands on him this summer either. Now, Football Insider have put out a story about Newcastle and Anthony Gordon. We know Liverpool have been strongly linked with Anthony Gordon in the past, and if Luis Diaz does move this summer, which has been mooted by many newspapers and many publications, then could we see a revisit to Anthony Gordon? Well, you know what? I would have initially said no, but I guess that's why I'm not a journalist. This piece here said Newcastle United would entertain offers for Anthony Gordon this summer if they're forced to make sales to comply with PSR. Now, I don't know if this is because Harvey Barnes has started to come through and really deliver at Newcastle, but what would you do? Would you take him, Anthony Gordon, if we moved on Luis Diaz? Would you spend that money on Anthony Gordon? This one has divided Liverpool fans quite a bit. A lot of people think, okay, yeah, make a bid for him. The lad clearly wants to come and play for the Reds. He's a Liverpool fan. Move almost happened last summer. But others have always thought he's too lightweight, not enough end product, and would pass. For me, I'd be open to it, especially if it was for a player in a position that we needed, like if Diaz left. I wouldn't mind it. Now, you could say, Craig, hang on, Mo Kudus a minute ago. I think with the homegrown quota as well for Anthony Gordon, that's what would make this a bit more appealing. We could lose the likes of Harvey Elliott, who is a homegrown talent, so maybe replacing him, and again, if Kwanzaa goes, that would be another one. Bringing somebody like Anthony Gordon through, that would make sense, and of course we know he's got an admiration for the Reds, and of course the Reds have an admiration for him. Now, Dean Huijsen, as I promised, has been speaking about Liverpool Football Club and what it takes again to play for the Reds. This is what he had to say. It's not easy to play for Liverpool. That's pressure. The whole world is looking at you. There's the Premier League, the Champions League, and you've got to be proper good to hold your own. Well, hopefully we'll find out if Dean Huijsen is proper good or not, because it's no secret Liverpool are one of a whole host of clubs looking to trigger that £50 million release clause in his Bournemouth contract. I think he will be the one we see coming through the door. I don't have inside information on that, just a fan's gut feeling. But let me know what you guys think. I've said it before, I'm going to repeat it. I think we see Kwanzaa move on this summer, and maybe that money is used to reinvest into Dean Huijsen. And for me, that would very much be an upgrade. But let me know what you think, Reds, in the comments. And finally, a little bit from Alexis McAllister's dad, and of course on Alexis McAllister. We told you yesterday that Alexis's dad said he settled in Liverpool and no plans on moving. This piece here in the Mirror said Alexis McAllister has no interest in a move to Real Madrid, even if the Spanish giants come in for him. Liverpool star's father has already dismissed these reports and isn't keen on a move at this moment in time. That is music to my ears, because I think he is one of the best midfielders in world football, and honestly, I think £120 million upwards would be a valuation I'd put on him, but I'd have absolutely no interest in Liverpool doing any business to sell Alexis McAllister. So that is pretty much it from me for now, ladies and gentlemen. If you are going to sit back and enjoy the Champions League tonight, enjoy, as I tried to say there. Squeeze the word enjoy in a few more times, Craig. If you're going to join us for the late night video later on, let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section. But of course, we will be back tomorrow, 8:45, for the late night agenda to take you through all the latest Liverpool news. And if you want to come and see us, remember we've 2 shows coming up at the end of the season. You can get your tickets to both of our shows at the Hot Water Comedy Club. One final day of the season, May 25th, and then 3 days later, May 28th, we'll have our reunion and official end of season Anfield Agenda party. You can get your tickets priced at £20 with the link in the description, and we'll talk soon. Bye bye.